Welcome back, Guardians, to another Destiny video. And in today's Destiny video, we are going to be looking at the Nowhere shader. It's a secret dead orbit shader that you get through the Postmaster packages. So when you rank up your factions, you get these faction packages, and you have a slight chance of getting a shader in a dead orbit package. And the same with Future Warlock and New Monarchy as well. Each faction has 4 different shaders available. Some of them appear more often than others, and the Nowhere is probably one of the rarer dead orbit shaders. So you just need to rank up your dead orbit rank and get these faction packages and then open them and hopefully get a shader. As you can see, my dead orbit rank is 35 on this character. Overall across all 3 characters it's about 56, 57, and I have 2 shaders, so that shows you just how much time and effort you need to put in to get these shaders. But let's have a look at what they look like across all 3 characters. So this is the Nowhere shader on my Hunter. As you can see, it's like a greyish, silver, whitish. It's more bright coloured than the other one that I have, which is Revenant. So the Nowhere, in my opinion, is a pretty decent shader, but I think it looks best on Hunter, so we will open up with the Hunter and then we will switch to other characters. This is it just with a normal cloak on. I don't particularly like to have a normal cloak. I always have a faction cloak. At the moment I'm ranking up New Monarchy, but if I was to wear Dead Orbit, you can see that it suits the Dead Orbit pretty well. So anyway, let's move back to my Ghost Angel cloak. So this, in my opinion, is a pretty decent shader. You've got, especially on Hunter, you've got all the darks in the right place you need them to be, and then you've got the really bright section in the middle. I really do like this shader on Hunters. But let's have a quick look at what it looks like with other stuff. So with Radiant Dance Machines, obviously you're going to turn green. I don't think it looks too bad, but obviously there's no other green matching up, so it's not worth it in my opinion. It does go well with the chest pieces. Crest of Alpha Loopy. I mean, I know you got like the gold head on there, but it gives it a little bit of flair, a little bit of style. We've got these red things on the side of the Hunter as well. But it does fit well with the Lucky Raspberry, in my opinion. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's just switch up the arm pieces. So with the young Ahamkara's spine, it also fits and suits it as well, because you've got the same colour white as like the actual chest piece and stuff. It doesn't suit the Don't Touch Me's very well, because the Don't Touch Me's are obviously blue. So, you know, not the greatest for that. And then with the helmets, Knucklehead Radar looks pretty cool in my opinion. Mask of the Third Man obviously turns yellow, but it's still got some black to it. We have the Arachnid, which is always going to go over a black shader. Oh, that looks amazing. And the Acleophage Symbiote changes colour too. But obviously you still get those orange lava-y type things poking through. So my perfect setup, in my opinion, to make the shader look the best is this with the Knucklehead Radar. Look how amazing that looks. But that's the Hunter. Let's move on to what the Titan looks like. So this is the Nowhere shader on a Titan, and as you can see, it pretty much just looks exactly like Chatterwhite, which is quite disappointing in terms of a shader. But it doesn't look bad, let's put it that way, but it just doesn't look any different from like Chatterwhite. Let's have a look what it looks like with different things. So obviously with the helmets, they don't change colour, so the helmets aren't very good to equip. They don't suit the shader. You can see you got like a dark grey helmet and then just white stuff on the chest. It kind of goes alright with Ruin Wings, but again, nothing spectacular, nothing fancy. Backup plans, let's put those on and have a look. Again, if they were a different colour or something, but you know, you can't change the colour on them unfortunately. The chest pieces aren't too bad with what they look like with the shader. Especially this one, looks pretty good, the Crest of Alpha Loopy. The Armamentarium doesn't suit it because it's a different colour. So unfortunately, the Titan version of this shader isn't great at all. It doesn't do anything special. It's not great. I don't particularly like it. So that's why I didn't put it on my Titan. That's why I put it on my Hunter. So, yeah. And last but not least, we are back to the Warlock with the Nowhere shader equipped. In my opinion, it looks pretty damn badass. You get the dark, badass, grey, dusky kind of look. Dusty, I should say, not dusky. But you get these nice white highlights on the shoulders, on the helmet, and that is the rapier. In my opinion, looks absolutely amazing on the Warlock. I prefer it on the Hunter more than anything because I have Revenant for my Warlock. But as you can see, it works with other, well, it kind of works with other things as well. Like it sort of works with this helmet, but you need the raid piece. So you got these like orangey bits here on the raid chest piece, and then you got it on the helmet as well. It kind of works with the skull because the skull is also white. It definitely works with Obsidian Mind because Obsidian Mind is obviously black when it changes. Now, there we go. So that all works as well. Let's just switch back to that and we'll see some of the cloaks. I don't really think it works with any of the arm pieces. Let's just show the claws off and see what it's like. So you see, nothing majorly good about that. I would just go with the Voidfang vestments and show that. Boom! Looks pretty cool in my opinion. Really, really good looking grey colour. But in general, I think it's best to just have the full rapier, to be honest. I actually really like the full rapier, but I think I'd prefer to have the Obsidian Mind. So that is the Nowhere shader across all 3 characters, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, drop a like and a favourite, leave some comments, leave some feedback. Tell me what you think about the shader. Do you want it? Are you going to grind for it? Tell me which one is your favourite that it looks on between Hunters, Titans and Warlocks. But obviously it's not going to be Titan because Titan looks terrible. So yeah, hit that like button, guys. I really appreciate it. It only takes you a second and it helps my channel out amazingly. Leave some comments, feedback. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.